Section 19, Copyright, MLS Photos and AI Content. The marketing mistakes that can cost you thousands. Copyright, MLS Photos and AI Content. The marketing mistakes that can cost you thousands. Ashley walked into the marketing department carrying a listing presentation. "Michael," she said, "I found beautiful photos of my new listing online." Michael smiled. "That's great." Ashley continued. "They were from the last time the property was listed. I figured I'd just download them and use them." Michael immediately stopped smiling. "Please tell me you didn't." Ashley looked confused. "The seller said they were fine with it." David happened to be walking by and joined the conversation. "That may be one of the biggest misconceptions in real estate marketing." Ashley frowned. "The seller owns the house. Doesn't the seller own the pictures?" Michael shook his head. "Not necessarily. In many cases, the photographer owns the photographs." He explained that under the United States Copyright Act, 17 U.S.C. 101 et sequence, photographs, videos, virtual tours, architectural renderings, floor plans, and original written marketing descriptions are generally protected by copyright. The person who creates the work is typically the copyright owner unless those rights have been transferred in writing or the work qualifies as a true work made for hire. Simply owning the property does not automatically give the seller or a future listing agent the right to reuse the photographs. Ashley looked surprised. "So even though I'm listing the same house, I can't assume I can use the old photos?" "Exactly," Michael replied, "and that's where many licensees get into trouble." He explained that one of the most common marketing mistakes occurs when an agent copies photographs from an expired MLS listing, downloads images from another brokerage's website, uses photographs supplied by a seller without confirming ownership, or copies listing remarks written by another licensee. Even though the conduct may seem harmless, it can expose the brokerage and the licensee to copyright claims, legal expenses, and reputational damage. Copyright infringement does not require bad intent. Using protected content without permission may still create liability. David smiled. "I've heard agents say, 'But it was already on the internet.'" Michael laughed. "I hear that one all the time. Putting something on the internet doesn't place it into the public domain." Ashley nodded. "So just because I can download it doesn't mean I have permission to use it." "Exactly," Michael continued. "Technology has made marketing easier, but it has also made copyright violations much easier." He explained that today's real estate professionals market properties through MLS systems, brokerage websites, social media platforms, YouTube channels, virtual tours, AI-generated marketing, email campaigns, blogs, and third-party advertising sites, because marketing content spreads quickly across the internet. Unauthorized use is also much easier to discover. Professional photographers routinely use image search technology to identify unauthorized use of their copyrighted work, and many copyright disputes begin with an automated notice rather than a phone call. Ashley smiled. "I hadn't thought about that." "Most people don't," Michael replied, "but photographers protect their work just like realtors protect their commissions." David added another example. "What about AI?" Ashley laughed. "I knew AI would eventually show up." Michael smiled. "It already has." Explained that artificial intelligence has become an excellent tool for improving grammar, creating marketing ideas, drafting property descriptions, and enhancing productivity. However, licensees should never assume that AI-generated content is automatically accurate or free from copyright concerns. AI should never be used to copy another brokerage's marketing remarks, recreate copyrighted photographs, remove watermarks, or create misleading advertising. Every advertisement published by a licensee remains the responsibility of the licensee and designated broker, regardless of the technology used to create it. Ashley wrote another note. "Technology never replaces responsibility." Michael smiled. "That might be the theme of this entire course." He then discussed MLS content. "Many agents assume MLS information belongs to everyone." He explained that while basic factual information, such as square footage, number of bedrooms, or lot size, is generally not protected by copyright, creative elements of a listing often are. Original photographs, virtual tours, artistic renderings, and creative property descriptions may all be protected. Each multiple listing service also establishes rules governing how listing content may be used by participants, making it important for licensees to understand both copyright law and their MLS rules before reusing marketing materials. Ashley asked, "So what's the safest approach?" Michael smiled. "If you didn't create it, don't assume you own it. Obtain written permission, or create your own." David nodded. "I've always believed fresh marketing sells homes better anyway." Michael agreed. "It also protects your license, your brokerage, and your reputation." He gathered the file. One unauthorized photograph may seem insignificant, but one copyright demand letter can quickly become an expensive lesson. Ashley closed her notebook. So today's lesson isn't really about photography. Michael smiled. No, it's about respecting other people's work and protecting your own professional reputation while doing it. Real world Arizona example. An Arizona salesperson listed a property that had previously been marketed by another brokerage. Wanting to save time, the agent copied several professional photographs from the expired MLS listing and reused portions of the previous marketing remarks without obtaining written permission. A few weeks later, the photographer discovered the unauthorized use through an online image search and sent a copyright demand letter to the brokerage. Although the property sold successfully, the brokerage incurred legal expenses and was required to address the claim. The situation demonstrated that marketing shortcuts can become costly long after the listing goes live. Broker tip: before using any photograph, video, virtual tour, drone footage, floor plan, AI-generated image, or marketing description, ask one simple question: do I have written permission to use this? If the answer is no, or you're unsure, don't use it. Creating your own marketing or obtaining written authorization is almost always less expensive than defending a copyright claim. Online discussion question 1. Why do many copyright violations occur even when a real estate professional has no intention of breaking the law? Model answer. Many agents mistakenly assume that because content appears online or relates to a property they are listing, they may freely reuse it. Copyright protection applies regardless of intent, making written permission essential. Question 2. How has artificial intelligence changed the way licensees should think about copyright and advertising? AI can improve productivity, but does not eliminate a licensee's responsibility to verify ownership, accuracy, and compliance. Licensees remain responsible for everything they publish, whether created by AI or by a human. Question 3. Why is creating original marketing often the best long-term business strategy? Model answer. Original marketing avoids copyright disputes, reflects professionalism, strengthens a personal brand, and reduces the legal risks associated with unauthorized use of another person's work.